Nia and Tamina come out because someone help me out here.
It's the gimmick of a moment of bliss. Everyone ever interrupts it.
She says no one cares about the answer or this weird dating show they have going on. We should talk about Nia's Amazing Week, where she broke boundaries by airing the Men's Royal Rumble.
It was last week.
But boundaries have already been broken. Or when the two of them qualify for the Elimination Chamber. Maybe she'll fill in for Becky at WrestleMania next Q. Dean Ambrose and Nia has a wonderful line with, "How dare you interrupt my interrupt?" That's what Nia says.
It's up there in the annals of time with "My vag hurts," and the referee says what, and she screamed, "My vag hurts." That's in TNA. I believe it was Rebel and Shelly Martinez.
Yeah,
is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that match where she, I believe, actually may have not been Rebel. I think it was Rebel actually, and I think Solania said, "My vag hurts."
Yeah, so how dare you interrupt my interrupt? And Dean says, Dean did have some good lines here. Honestly, he carried the whole segment.
Yeah, he did.
He really felt like...
Alexa was pretty much flirting with EC3.
I mean...
EC3, the best talker, maybe minus Dean.
Dean had nothing to say because...
they don't have him talk. But no, we have to hear Nia, because, charisma is totally genetically transmitted.
Tamina disappeared, I think, when she came out.
Yeah.
As per usual, at least Tamina's keeping the gimmick alive.
That is true.
Dean said he is obvious that Nia has a huge crush on him, and then she's attracted to sexual magnetism. Renee goes, "Oh, I'm sorry."
No.
But she's not the first person to deal with his rural sexual magnetism, but don't ever come near him again. Then he asked Alexa who the EC3 guy was, and before he could say anything, Dean out the mic out his hands, and they won't let EC3 answer a question. And then Dean said, where are EC1 and EC2? You look like Creed fan. Why do you hang out backstage like some mute Chip and Dale dancer?" And then EC3 punches him in the face. Renee says, "I'm going to have to work on those interview skills with him," and walks to the ring.
That was a good line, Renee.
Yeah.
I'll give you that one.
The segment. Trademark.
Thank God Dean came out there.
Next, EC3 defeated Dean in 2 minutes.
And apparently they didn't tell EC3 not to talk during his matches. Because he literally shouted EC3.
Really?
Yeah. Before he did his elbow, it was like EC3.
Oh.
And then he dropped the elbow.
EC3 being able to jack down, he felt like 2 minutes.
Yeah. It was fine for a while it lasted.
Yeah, the main thing here was how Dean did not even struggle to kick out of that.
Nope.
He was just like laying there. Angle almost didn't break his gear tonight, but Sullivan told him to. He's not fighting alone, and he's glad Braun's on his team. And then Mojo laughed in a mirror and still seemed crazy. It's all on us now. And main event, Drew and Baron defeated Braun and Kurt by DQ.
And maybe the dumbest DQ I've ever seen in my life. Yeah, it was literally because Braun was in the ring and he wasn't legal. And so was Corbin. He was also in the ring, and he also was not the legal person. But apparently, because Braun hit him, that caused the DQ. Not with a chair, not with a table, not with brass knucks hidden away in his pants. Just because he hit him. Bad match, dumb finish.
I do appreciate those random enforcements of various rules, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Remember that time period in tag matches where if you broke up the pin, it was a disqualification?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, remember when Drew was supposed to get a huge push?
Remember when Drew was a badass and didn't need anybody's help to win a match?
I mean, this is far from the worst thing in the world, but it's not exactly thrilling stuff either.
No. It is not.
Kurt's pretty clearly wrapped up his ring career. As we watched Grace Scrub. But he's pretty clearly wrapping it up. Which is a good thing, though. It's not easy watching him wrestle, because he's like, it's this run. Post-match, Braun uses Corbin, or not using him, runs him over, but walks into a Claymore or the barricade that steps up from inside, and Braun gets back in for the save with a chokeslam on the steps for both of them.
Yep, because, Braun's still totally a thing.
Well, like you told me on Tuesday, well, he is still a big star. Why do you expect that not to use him? That's what you told me.
Yeah, but then I watched Raw.
Is that what you told me though?
Yeah.
SmackDown the belt with Charlotte coming out. Says shows Becky is better time, but if it's not, she's 100% healthy and will love to face Ronda and Mania. Cue Becky for the crowd with Charlotte saying a fan about her taking that she's stop stealing Roman's entrance. Charlotte mocked Becky's limp, but there was anger. Triple H called it by Wolf. After telling Becky to get out of here and go see the doctor, Triple H got on Charlotte's face and told her to get out. It didn't clear her. Becky says she doesn't trust Anders, and Triple H says get cleared by the doctor and go to Mania. Triple H goes to leave, but Becky asks how Stephanie and said she got punched in the face. He doesn't see face because he sees it in Becky's face. She's just looking at Mara, who's trying to find a way out of this whole thing. That's why she came to roll just before Survivor Series. She knew it was suicide mission, and then came blaming the doctor. Then used reverse psychology by saying Becky's doing it again. Maybe that's why she won't go to the doctor. The knee's fine, she'll be stuck in a match with Ronda. And exposes the fraud that she is. Baron's gonna slap to the face, and the fans are right back behind her again. And Becky leaves for the crowd again.
I'm not a big fan of Triple H and Stephanie being the heels again. Because I'm tired of saying that. But Triple H did cut a ridiculously good promo. I'll give him that. And
for the overly complicated way they're going about this, the Triple H version was better than the Stephanie version.
Yes. Way better.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is way overly complicated. You literally could have just said, who put you in the match? Dave Finlay isn't the one that makes decisions. So why did you go into the match? Charlotte should be complaining that she shouldn't be legally in the match, or won.
Alright.
And who was the last person standing? Charlotte.
If they pull this off right, they are doing something interesting with the inside both girls' head. Becky and Charlotte. So, yeah, if they pull it off right, but they don't need to make it overly complicated.
And then at Fastlane, they can have Charlotte versus Becky. Winner faces Ronda. Charlotte wins. Becky starts doing the crazy invading stuff on Raw.
Yeah.
And gets added in some way, shape, or form because the McMahons are tired of dealing with it.
Right. They overly complicate a match, an easy storyline to me. Which is crazy to them.
Yeah. By the way, that storyline was literally planned with a minute thought. I mean, I had it pre-registered in my head before I said it on this video. But yeah, that's literally what I thought they were going to do right after she won the Rumble.
Yeah. Up next, Shinsuke Nakamura and Rusev defeated the Good Brothers.
Pretty good match. I do like Rusev and Nakamura as a tag team.
Which wasn't my issue.
My issue was that they won over the experience tag team, yeah.
Yeah. And well, it's how they got there, too. I said, look, as them as a team.
Yeah.
That's still my
and just really sudden.
Yeah, it was just a quick match here for Rusev and Nakamura. They go from popular faces to the new foreign heel tag team. I'm not sure they're foreign heels. They're just, new foreign, I'm pretty sure they'll go that route soon.
Probably, yeah.
To the new foreign heel tag team.
Don't worry if it gets over with going how Rusev's cushions have gone. It's just going to be dropped eventually.
Yeah, that's the best possible. Options are clear, but I'm sure the defense is better than And then bring in the first that Russo Day shirt money, so all
Yeah.
getting the face I'm in cheer for.
Yeah, why not?
Mustafa Ali says what if he beats Randy Orton tonight, what if he wins the chamber. Patience is a clip for Fight My Family. The Usos are ready to win back their tag titles. We got a guy with diet issues in The Miz, and a guy whose dream is to win tag titles is Shane McMahon. Next week, McMiz TV is turning to the Usos Penitentiary. Up next, Randy Orton defeated Mustafa Ali.
My favorite match on SmackDown. Orton gave a lot of shine to Mustafa.
Yeah.
He gave him a lot of things to get in and actually hit him with an RKO out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Pretty cool one too. Just ripped him off the top rope and caught him in the RKO.
Yeah. At first, I was getting a little worried because before the break, Orton was like kind of squashing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It looked like a bad start, but once they got going, it was all good. I'll stick to what I said last week. Mustafa has that 08, 09 Jeff appeal to him.
Yeah.
If they play their cards right. We look at the replays and come back with Samoa Joe choking Orton out. That felt natural because Orton RKO'd him 2 weeks prior.
Yeah.
Ali gets kicked outside our bonus. Joe goes to leave as Dale Bryan and Rowan come out for a stare down. Post break, Joseph's going much further. Chamber when the night one will finish champion. Bryan Rowan in the ring for a chat. Daniel gets smart by sucking up to his home state fans, saying they know we need change. Everyone filled their void one bad food or another, and the people watching this see he's fighting an uphill battle. That's why he created his new title, which is now a symbol for change. Rowan told us that people who think like him are considered dangerous because of their ideas. The fans gave him the walk treatment, but Bryan wasn't happy. People try to silence him because he is a corporate champion, he's the playing champion, which is why he's in the chamber, which he shouldn't be involved in. Bryan knows how to take stride in the chamber, and we get a video to match. Back in the arena, Bryan says WWE wants to take the title from him and play back on a leather strap. The people appointed need him as champion, though, and the fans certainly seem to agree. And that's where that ended, that part.
Yeah. Pretty decent promo. Bryan just is killing this character.
Yeah. It was good, and Bryan knew...
Well, more than decent, I should say.
And Bryan knew he was going to get booed in his home state, so...
Yeah. So I fight it.
So he didn't go hardcore against the fans.
Yeah.
A smart move. Backstage, Jeff does the one idea of Bryan disrespecting the title. Then Kayla or Dasha or whoever's the name people call Kayla.
I think it was Kayla.
Okay. She asked Jeff why I really liked this part. I can't remember why. She asked Jeff why he didn't go out there and confront him though. What did he say that? Because you say you really did that part though. The reason he gave.
That wasn't that part. It was literally I dealt with men.
Yeah, that was the reason he didn't go. Yeah, the reason he didn't go out there was he dealt with a man with a championship like that before. That's why.
Yeah.
He knows how to play that game now. Referencing
Punk as straight edge. Punk.
Edge. They won't mention Punk, so we'll go straight edge. Edge. Yeah, CM Punk referencing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then AJ came in sounding like Punk. Mind you.
I think it was just us, like, he's talking about CM Punk, and then someone came in and talked.
Say Jeff's
However, AJ didn't speak in a southern accent there.
No, he didn't. When it was on screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, AJ comes in and said Jeff's recent history should keep him from being the guy talking about the title's legacy. Jeff says the real AJ can't beat the new Bryan, and they go back and forth, and Jeff said he'll finish inside the chamber. Up next, Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville defeated Carmella and Naomi and the Iconics.
Yeah, not anything really to write home about in that match.
Well, the Fire and Desire name is dumb.
Yeah. It sounds like something out of the Diva era.
Yeah. This was a preview of what you're going to get next Sunday.
If you should be dropping that $9.99 right now.
But at least we have 16. At least they were able to throw together 16 for the chamber, so good for them. And the match itself should be entertaining. Have you not seen the 12-woman in the match? Bayley and Sasha in the match. You don't think they can hold the match together? They are talented. Bayley and Sasha aren't talented, yeah.
Yeah, they're talented. However, there's 10 other women. And only, like...
Four mediocre people.
Exactly.
Mandy beat Naomi, so I guess that advances that story still. Which at least they have a reason for it. Speaking of way too complicated. Actually, I take that back. That was just way too thought out. There is too much thought there.
When we said we wouldn't have thought it applied to our women's storylines.
It wasn't that.
Maybe not necessarily that.
No. So they missed the point again. With the woman.
Or they gave us exactly what we wanted, and then we were like, maybe with better workers.
It's not like the blow-off match is gonna be in there. I think Naomi wins that. I would think.
Yeah.
Or she's just a complete idiot. At least they did something. So that makes it better than I expected. What did they do? I don't know.
Stuff.
Right. Zelina Vega and Rey Mysterio at Fable and Myth. On the past slice, we got Andrade destroyed Legend like you need to. The Legend of Andrade begins with Mysterio's end. Via package from Martin Luther King. We got video on Asuka, which I finally figured out why I think she has been on TV since the Rumble.
Why?
It's kind of a dumb reason, but I can see them being worried about this. They want to keep her as a face. Here we go.
So
she tapped Asuka, so she tapped Becky quick too. That is still fresh in fans' minds that she might be, that the fans might turn on her too.
So they kept her off.
Yeah. I'm not saying it's not. I'm not saying it's right. I just say I can see that way of thinking.
Or they're literally trying to get Becky onto Raw a little bit more regularly and off SmackDown to,
Right.
I guess, have at least some sort of excuse why she's not going after Asuka.
Yeah. By the way, that's another plot hole in Becky's storyline. She kind of ran away from Asuka. She don't want revenge on tapping out. So,
yeah.
So that's another. There's a lot of plot holes that are being ignored. If it was Charlotte or Ronda, you would have heard a lot about.
Becky probably should have made her decision on her own show.
Right. With Asuka.
And then Ronda came out.
Right, yeah, like
and they're going, and her going, no, we're not done yet.
Yeah, it looked like have her challenge Asuka.
Yeah.
And then have Ronda come out, so this way it looked like at least Becky was ready to fight Asuka.
Yeah.
But then Ronda convinced her. Yeah, but no, it's Becky, so she's like God. So
we can avoid all the illogical stuff, all the illogic gaps, and just have Becky do stuff.
All this, the women are not going to main event. Watch.
Bingo.
Watch, it's going to be... Because I did see one report that said that Vince is still fighting between that and the Universal title.
Yeah.
And the main event, Jeff Hardy defeated Daniel Bryan by disqualification in the Roman.
Pretty good match. They worked very well together. Maybe if it had a little bit more of a
10 minutes 10 minutes.
Maybe it had
seconds.
a clean finish. I'd probably.
I would
have it as a harder decision with my match than
I mean, match tonight, yeah. My fault.
But still, very good match, and Brian and Joe have chemistry together.
I know, I do, but that's Jeff.
Brian and Jeff.
They used to get confused in school a lot too.
Yeah.
Call me Jeff. One of the substitute teachers.
Yeah.
She called me Jeff, and I said here. That used to happen a lot, because I used to, back then, I used to, like, dye my hair. You can speak for this. And, like, wear, like, have my earrings, like, bigger.
We went to a Catholic school.
Then that became a lot less Catholic now.
Yeah.
It ended earlier than I was suspected, but it's certainly better than having them go really short. Daniel vs. Jeff certainly big time match and worth the pay-per-view main event too, so I'm kind of glad they saved it here. Post-match, Brian grabbed a label lock, drew in Samoa Joe to post Rowan, and took Brian out. Cute order for a brawl, followed by Mustafa Ali for a suicide dive. Another one of the Raw winners, laid closely onto the announce table. Announced AJ Styles with music in the slow welter ring. AJ cleaned house, pointed Brian for what he did at the show. In a few replays, AJ posed because of that battle where Brian rants at Kayla, yelling at her for everything that's wrong with him. And he brings them around him because he's best sells against him because he's going to be champion forever is what the point it needs. We come back to AJ for one more pose as the match. I think the match ended. I think Raw might have been a little early because it felt like AJ posing was focused a lot.
Yeah, well.
So I felt like a minute or two earlier than it was supposed to. The match itself. Raw might have been a little late. Raw might have been a little early on cue.
He might have been, yeah.
Yeah, but that was the final. No, not the final hype. Their hype for their chamber. The women's title does look better on paper. We must admit.
Not a snowball's chance in hell.
The women's title has been built up better.
Not a snowball's chance in hell.
We're looking at potentially the worst chamber match of all time.
Do you know the heat level for that match? Okay.
That arc vortex we had last Thursday.
I was going to say Frosty's tit, but that might be better.
Oh no, the one that Chicago had last week. That one?
Yeah.
Where they were putting the hot water and turned right.
Yeah, where it turned right into...
So?
Yeah.
Yeah, that.
I was going to say Frosty's teat, but...
Teat?
Teat, yes.
Teat?
His teat.
That's the male version of tit on
Frosty's
the show.
teat.
Hashtag Frosty's teat in the comments.
Hashtag Frosty's teat. Should make a shirt.
I want a pro wrestle team to set that shirt. We're gonna need someone dressed as Frosty. You're our go-to dress up.
Just have Frosty all like 3 circles on top of each other. Give him a peck and 6-pack abs.
Just one peck.
Just one
teeth.
Yeah, and then just point at one teeth.
So you don't think there's no heat going to that match?
No.
No, I do. Would you agree with this? I think we're looking at potentially, if done right, the best chamber of all time, arguably, and the worst chamber of all time.
Probably, yes.
Would you agree with that?
Oh yeah.
Do you think the WWE Championship has potentially be the best one of all time?
Yeah, I think it's a very good, strong candidate.
Yeah, actually, be honest with you, my favorite one's not actually the original one, the chamber.
Mine isn't either.
Maybe like my third or fourth favorite. My favorite is actually the New Year's Revolution 2005. With Benoit, Triple H, Edge, Orton, Jericho, and Batista with Shawn as a referee. Or 2008. The Royal 2008 one.
Yeah.
Triple H, Jeff, Shawn,
That's the one I was
Jericho,
thinking
JBL,
of,
Umaga, yeah.
I even like the one next year from SmackDown.
Jeff Big Show,
Jeff
Castle,
Big Show, Kozlov,
Triple H,
Taker,
Edge. Yeah. I really like the fall too, though, of Edge and Ray in the Royal one night.
Yeah.
I actually really liked 2 years ago too. The SmackDown one.
Yeah, that one was really
one.
good too.
Yeah. NXT UK kicked off with Ligero defeating Mark Andrews.
I'm actually going to give this one my match of the week.
Okay.
I thought it was a strong contest from both men. Ligero, who obviously works hard, and Mark Andrews. Why did I keep on calling him Mark Andrews?
Because you like Andrews better.
I might, but I hate the name so much. But Mark,
you know it more though.
Yeah. Andrews, who always puts in a good showing.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and it was actually a bit of a surprise. Yep.
Yeah, I didn't expect Ligero to win.
Yeah, they actually pushed Ligero as something around here, so. I don't know how high he can actually go, but gotta push other people besides Bruce Strongstyle, Gallus, Walter, and Travis Banks and Jordan Devlin, so
yeah.
You gotta put some people. Yeah. It's cool to see someone in mid-card getting pushed up. Mark's still good in the ring, and I will think that he has a bit more potential than Ligero, at least right now. Anyway.
Yeah.
Post-match we get on handshake. We look back at Sis Scala announcing Dave Birch and Lord as the first shows for Grizzly Young Vets. Lord and Birch are happy that they have one more to say. Pete Dunne was impressed by Walter, but doesn't fear anyone. Up next, Zaya Brookside defeated Candy Floss.
The cuteness level in this match is way too high.
Uh-huh.
And so is the sportsmanship, too. There was a lot of handshaking.
Yeah.
But yeah, a good little match from both girls. Zaya picks up her first one.
Yeah, Zaya has a great smile.
She does.
And unique look. She's going to need more ring time, obviously, though.
Yeah, oh yeah.
To be fair, she's only 20 years old, I think. She's like the third youngest on the brand, so she needs a lot more ring time. She has potential, though, so that's good. Post-match, she checks on Candy, but here was Rhea to be the move down, including Sanders swinging Texas Code Leaf that looked awesome to Zaya. Tony Storm runs over Sadie, but headbutts Zaya by mistake, allowing Rhea to hit the Riptide on Tony. Jordan Devlin doesn't like Noam Dar, wants to beat him up in Phoenix. Next, Joseph Connors defeated Mike Hitchman.
Kind of a boring match. It was just slow playing and not really much excitement whatsoever going on.
The wrestling was okay, but Connors is officially the guy on the roster that just shows up, rants about how unfair everything is, and makes everything, and it makes no impact whatsoever. It's a character that shows up almost now and then in every single promotion, and rarely ever disinterested. He doesn't say now he has a gimmick that's been done to death so many times. And it's not going to go anywhere for him either.
Yeah.
And Gallus is ready to keep their kingdom. We get a video when Jenny tells Ramsey, not Ramsey, as I've been calling him for months, Ramsey, as I learned to take over. Leave the memories alone. He will always be Ramsey to me, damn it. She tells Ramsey, what the fuck kind of name is Ramsey, that he's ugly, and says of course she won because she's amazing. She's coming for Tony Storm. Makes sense. Up next, Joe Colby defeated Ashton Smith.
Yeah, pretty much kind of a longer match, but essentially it's a longer squash match. Joe Coffey looked pretty dominant in this match.
Yeah, it's just a squash here, 6 minutes, 17 seconds to patch up at the longer part. Ashton's very limited offense looked good. He worked hard.
Yeah.
Did
he seem like he worked hard?
Yeah, see, you called Connors boring, so you got your boring and you worked hard. I need to find somebody that worked hard.
No,
I like Ligero.
I just said the match was slow pollinating and dull and kind of boring.
Alright, well, give me your favorite Joseph Connors match. There you go. Because I think
the one in the first UK tournament.
Who did he face?
I think it was in the second round.
Oh, Dave, you're going.
Yeah. I think he made it to the second round.
Yeah, he did. There's nothing wrong with bringing a guy like Joe back up from losing. I'm actually still unsure why the Colby brothers are in the tag division.
Yeah.
Why they're not the tag team. No.
Apparently, Joe Coffey is a better singles guy than
Mark. Yeah. And Wolfgang.
Than Mark and Wolfgang.
Yeah, because that'd be as easy to lay up as you can think of around here. But
yeah.
Joe's good as a singles guy, though, so what they're doing is far from great. Post-match, Gallus comes out somewhere with Joe. Main event time, Walter defeated Mark Colby.
Yeah, a good match. I'm learning more. I was trying to find a way to word this where it sounded a little bit more better than I had it in my head. But he's more like a basic, bigger, strong guy.
Walter.
Yeah, Walter. I mean, it's not a bad thing if you can use.
Oh, sweetheart, those chops are not basic.
Oh, the chops are far from basic. Yeah.
I just revealed who we are. So I called you sweetheart.
Okay.
We just need a spot.
In the Copperfield there.
Then don't play times anyway. Off hammer.
His offense is a little bit more on the basic side without. I mean that in like saying it's not like flashy or anything.
Right.
So in the guidelines of that match, I think He did very well. He did very well.
That's the Walter I've been hearing about, though. I'll piggyback off the basicness.
Yeah.
Because that's the Walter I've been hearing about. I've only seen one match in his prior WWE. I think it was that Evolve match against Zack Sabre Jr. on YouTube for free.
Okay.
Is that what you didn't say you've seen that?
I see clips where he like shot the shit out of his chest, and like Zack Sabre almost fell on top of his head.
Yeah, that's that match.
Yeah.
Yeah. He is basic in the ring, but he looks like a monster who can move out there now.
No, a better description would be he's old school.
He's old school enough in the ring, but he can move out there.
Yeah.
He's a monster who can move out there. With a powerbomb looking great, his finisher to go with the signature chops, because his chops sound like this. The ring is hurt.
I wasn't even scared.
Ow. So yeah. There we go. What, you're a Warrior Hulk?
Yes. I'm no selling.
And they've already got me wanting to see Walter versus Dunn, by the way.
Yeah, I do want to see that.
Which should take some time to sell. Let it take place in a major show, say over WrestleMania weekend.
Yeah, take over New York. Why not?
And you have a match of your candidate on Hyperlink. So there you go. I'll next actually talk about live review about Show of the Week and a new segment. That's what we call it in the radio business, in the podcast business, a tease. See you then.
See you then.